Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also, be sure to turn off the gas to your range. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the rear orifice holder in a GE range. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For the job, we're going to need a socket wrench with a 5/8 head, a Torx 15 screwdriver, putty knife, Phillips screwdriver, 1/4-inch nut driver, and 13mm open-ended wrench. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new rear orifice holder. This rear orifice holder carries gas from the manifold to the left rear burner. The main reason why the rear orifice holder would need to be replaced is if it cracks, causing a gas leak. This is a very dangerous situation. You should stop using the burner immediately and remove the valve knob until the problem is fixed. I'm going to start with taking off the burner grates. Then we're going to move the burners and the burner caps. Do the same thing on the opposite side. So now we're going to remove the drip pans, one and another one, so we can get the access to the screws. We're going to start with loosening up that knot around the orifice. I'm going to use a 5/8 socket wrench. Place it on, and remember, only loosen up, not taking it out. Here we got 4 spark electrodes that are held in place by the electrode clips from the bottom of the cooktop. So we need to first pull up the electrodes using the putty knife. I'm going to place the putty knife under the electrode and pull it up. And I'm going to just pull it out. And we're going to continue doing that with the rest of the spark electrodes. I'm going to pull it up and let it hang for now. And the opposite side. So now we're going to disconnect the spark electrode wire from the spark electrode itself. Just pull it apart, you grab it firmly on this wire and pull this off. And the second one, same thing, grab it firmly on that black insulation and pull it apart. And then number 3 and number 4. Don't worry about mixing them around because they're all identical. So now I'm going to remove the 12 screws that hold the top. It's Torx 15, and some of them may go easily, some of them not, but be careful, don't break them off. You can spray them with like a penetrating oil. In my case, they're nice and clean. So I'm going one by one. So we need to remove the top. For that purpose, I'm going to use the putty knife, and we're going to open that clips, one on each side, approximately 2 inches from the corner. Insert it in the seam and push it in. Lift it up, support it, and we go to the opposite side, same 2 inches from the corner, push it in, and lift it up. So now we can pull out the electrode wires. And we're going to remove the cooktop completely. There are 2 hinges at the back. Lift it off. And slide the left side first, and then we're gonna pull out the right side. Pull all the 4 mini valve knobs. Using the Phillips screwdriver, remove the 2 screws that hold the control panel. Now open the oven door. We're going to remove this 4-inch screws that holds the panel from the bottom. All right. And now we can pull it off. Close the oven door. Unscrew the mounting nut manually. Lift up the support and pull out the electrode wire. Using the 13mm wrench, unscrew the mounting nut at the manifold and remove the orifice holder. This is the old rear orifice holder next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. Bring in the orifice holder, start the nut manually, and then tighten it with the 13mm wrench. Now we are going to install the support by matching the flat parts on the support and on the holder. Place the support on and install and tighten the mounting nut manually. Then pull the electrode wire through the opening with the clip. Now open the oven door. Right, so that's the time for the front panel. The control panel goes back on. I'm going to match the holes at the bottom. And we're going to install the 1/4-inch screws. Using the Phillips screwdriver, secure the front of the control panel with 2 screws. Close the oven door. Match the shape of the valve with the knob's shape and install all 4 knobs. And now the top goes back in. We're going to insert that the right side hinge into the opening and bring in the left side and slide it into the cutout. And I'm going to put it on the supports here and use that space to put the spark wires through the holes here. So I'm going to place the rear wires in first. And then we're going to lower the cooktop and place the front wires in. Then there's 2 wires goes into the openings here on the side. Those are 2 supports. And we can lower that panel, lift up the rear end so the hinges will lock in, and then we can just push down on the top to lock the clips. Pull the wires through. So we're going to attach the screws to attach all the burner supports to the cooktop. First, we're obviously going to match the holes and just install the screw 1. Then we're going to continue turning that, again matching the other holes. All right, and we can tighten them with the Torx 15 screwdriver. Moving to the second burner, align the holes And then Torx 15 screwdriver, we're going to tighten that screws. Now we're going to connect the electrodes to the wires. See the connections? The female on the wire goes over that male on the electrode itself. So put it inside, push it in hard all the way. And we go to the second one. So we're going to push in the spark electrodes to lock them in. And the second one. And a couple on the opposite side. And now we're going to tighten that nut using that 5/8 wrench. And it's time to put the double drip hands back in. Yeah, we can install back the burners and the burn caps. We can do it together, or you can do it separately. And the last thing would be putting grates in. Plug the wrench in, turn the gas on, and no more excuses, you've got to cook now. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.